Hi, this is Mr. Knowles, and this video is an instructional video focusing on a worksheet called Two More Problems, which is basically part two of the worksheet called Two Problems. Again, I'm really interested in you being able to create a labeled visual model that to represent and solve the problem. So a visual model, a sketch, and I'm really interested in that you can write an equation to match it. I am not interested in this whole 10-minute thing to do your work. I want you to actually complete all the problems. So we're not going to worry about that. You have all the time you need, and I'm going to do them all with you. So hopefully you can follow along. This is just to help you get uh, better at this. So let's get started. 1A. It takes 1/3 of a yard of ribbon to make a hair bow. Maya has 5 yards of ribbon. How many hair bows can she make? All right, let's draw 5 yards. Let's see, actually, I'm going to do something a little different. So I'm going to make 5 things and cut them into thirds. So I have 5 yards. I cut them into thirds. It takes 1/3 of a yard of ribbon to make a hair bow. So 1/3 to make a hair bow. So 1/3 makes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so I can get 15 hair bows out of 5 yards of ribbon. So what am I doing mathematically here? It takes 1/3 of a yard of ribbon to make a hair bow. Maya has 5 yards of ribbon. How many hair bows can she make? It sounds like a multiplication problem to me. Is that true? Is it a multiplication problem? Or is it a division problem? That's what you have to ask yourself. So is it 5 times 1/3? Or is it 1/3? Oop, wrong way around there. Or is it 5 divided by 1/3? Is it 5 divided into thirds? Are each one of these a third? Is 5 whole things divided into thirds? Yeah, that's what's going on here. And it's 15. Mathematically, to solve this, you'd just take 5 and you'd switch the division sign to a multiplication sign, and then you'd find the reciprocal of 3 or 1/3, excuse me. Reciprocal means that you're just going to flip it, so it becomes 3 over 1. 5 times 3 over 1. Well, 3 over 1 is really just the number 3. But I can keep that there if that makes you happy. And you just multiply it. 5 times 3 is 15, and then this would be 5 over 1. 1 times 1 is 1, you get 15. Same thing. But kind of confusing if you're not used to it. 1B, challenge. Fancy hair bows take 3/4 of a yard of ribbon each. How many fancy hair bows can Maya make with 5 yards of ribbon? So 5. So I'm going to do 5 of these again. And now I'm going to make them into fourths. If you watched the first video, you know why. there's 5 things. And I'm going to color in 3/4. Well, I know I have at least 5 fancy ribbons because I can get 3/4 out of each yard. So I at least have 5. And now I have all those little 1/4 pieces. So I could get one more there. And then I'm left with 2/4 or a half. Well, I can't make a fancy bow with that. So I'm left with just 6. I have some left over, but I don't have enough. So I can make 6 fancy hair bows. Boy, how am I going to write that equation though? Or that that equation? Well, it's just like the one above, the first one. It's going to be 5 divided by 3/4. What's that going to get me? It's going to get me 6. And what do I have left over? I have 2/4. I wonder if that's what I'm going to get mathematically. So remember, mathematically, I can just do 5 times 4/3. Remember, the number 5 can be written like that. 5 times 4 is 20. 1 times 3 is 3. And remember, that's a division problem. So over here, I would just do 20 divided by 3. Well, 3 goes into 20 6 times. The 6 times 3 is 18. And 20 minus 18 is 2. So I have this remainder of 2. 2 what? That's the question, because this division problem, it should be 2/3. But my answer, it's 2/4. So which one is it? I'm not quite sure, and this is where I might want to think about this a little longer. Maybe you guys have an idea, or maybe you see it. If not, you can talk to me more. But did I answer my problem? There's a lot going on with this problem. Actually, I did. I just need to know how many fancy hair bows I can make. I can make 6. Do I need to worry about that fraction piece that's left over? Not really. But the answer to this mathematically, I just did that. 6 and 2/3. Let's do the next one. 2a. Our aquarium holds 5 liters of water. If we use a scoop that holds 1/6 of a liter of water, how many scoops will be needed to fill the aquarium? All right. Actually, I think I'm going to draw circles this time. Well, maybe not. Take that back. I'm going to need a little more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it takes 6 scoops for 1 liter of water. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's for 1 liter. I need 5 liters, so I have to do this 4 more times, right? because there's 5 liters, and inside the 5 liters it takes 6 scoops to fill them up. So there's 6 scoops in the first one, there's 6 in this one, right? So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 30. Holy cow. That's a lot of scoops. So taking 5 liters and you're dividing them into sixths. And you get 30 of those. 30 scoops. Mathematically, what you're doing is 5 times the reciprocal of that is 6 over 1. And you can think of 5 as 5 over 1. And you get 30 over 1, which is just 30. One more problem. You got enough in you? 2B, challenge. If we use a larger scoop that holds 2/3 of a liter of water, how many scoops will be needed to fill the aquarium? So I'm going to draw 5 things. Oh, that one's a little skinny, huh? To represent the 5 liters. I'm going to cut them into thirds. You probably know why. And 2/3 are now how much a scoop is worth. So I can get 1, 2, I can get 5 scoops, right? Because there's at least 2/3 in every scoop. And we have 5 scoops, so I know I have at least, or 5 scoops, 5 liters. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 scoops. And it looks like I have some extra left over, so let's see. 2/3, right? There's another scoop there. There's another scoop there. So there's one here. And there's another one here. So that gives me 2 more. 2 more. And one problem is I have this one kind of missing or empty, or it's a remainder. Well, that means that our aquarium's not really full yet because it still needs 1/3 of water. So I actually need 1 more scoop. So what's our answer? It's going to be 8. Our answer is going to be 8 scoops, but the math, I don't know if it's going to give us 8 exactly because it looks like there's going to be some kind of thing missing or remainder. So we took 5, we divided it up into 2/3, and how many 2/3 did we get out of that? That's the question. I think I'm going to go to my math skills on this and make this 5 over 1 times 3/2, and I get 15 over 2. And remember that 15 over 2 part, whoops, I better move that. This is really a division problem. It's really 15 divided by 2. Well, 2 times 7 is 14. 15 minus 14 is 1. So I have 7, remainder 1. Well, that remainder 1 must have something to do with that missing piece that's down here. Right? So what I'm thinking is that this is 7 and 1/2. That's my guess. But you need 8 scoops because you haven't filled it all the way yet. I hope that makes sense. So sometimes drawing the pictures does help. So I really encourage you guys to do that. This was a bit of a long video, but I hope it's been helpful. Thanks.